Hey y'all, welcome. Today I'm gonna convince you to do a garden this year. Well, at least I hope I can convince you, and I'm definitely gonna try. Whether it is a large in-ground garden, a few raised beds in your backyard, or even some containers, I think gardening and growing your own food are good for you, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, just being outside and being in nature has been shown to be good for you. It can lower your cortisol levels, which are your stress hormones, so less stress. I definitely have felt feelings of happiness, and I think so many other people have as well, just being outside and in nature. When you are in the sun, it can help your body produce vitamin D, which is good for your bones. Being in natural sunlight during the day can help your sleep cycles, so it helps you sleep better. And some studies have shown it to lower your blood pressure and boost your immune system. Going along with just being outside, there is a thing called grounding, which is basically your body, your skin touching the earth. So a lot of people will walk barefoot, but in gardening, if you just use your bare hands and you're digging in the dirt, then that can also be a form of grounding. It has many of the same benefits of being outside. Of course, you are outside when you are grounding, so you're getting all of those benefits. It also has been shown to boost your mood, also increase your immune system, helps you sleep better, and can possibly help reduce inflammation. The next reason specifically in growing your own food is that you, and if you have children or other people in your family, will eat more fruits and vegetables and a more variety of fruits and vegetables. So growing your own food from start to finish, doing all the work, watching it start as a little teeny tiny baby and grow into something that you can actually harvest and eat is so incredible. It's an amazing feeling, and that definitely makes you eat more fruits and vegetables. At least it does for me and my family, and especially for my kids. They're more inclined to trying and hopefully liking and eating more of the fruits and vegetables that we grow because it's something that we grew. Next on the list is exercise. Gardening is definitely a form of exercise, one that I love. From planting to weeding to mulching to pruning and trellising and more weeding and weeding and weeding and harvesting. All of these activities are exercise, and I definitely enjoy it. If you're going to grow fruits and vegetables, you're going to be growing the ones that are in season for your area. So that means you will be eating fruits and vegetables that are in season. A lot of times when you are buying fruits and vegetables in the store that are not in season, they are needing extra things like growth hormones to grow well, or they are coming from farther away in a different growing zone, so they are picked before they are actually ready and ripe. So by the time you get them, they are ripened, but they're not as fresh tasting and as good as a vine ripened, whatever. You always hear vine ripened tomatoes, but everything in the garden tastes so much better when you're able to get it fully to the time of when it's ready to harvest and eat it that day or within a couple of days, instead of having it picked and waiting weeks before it is actually eaten. It tastes so much better. So growing your own food, you're the one that chooses what goes in your garden. You can choose if you're going to use any pesticides or if you're not going to use any. I have chosen to grow my food organically, and that means that I'm not putting any of those pesticides on my plants or anywhere near the food that I am going to be eating out of my garden. Don't get me wrong, pests are pests. They are such a nuisance. But to me, it's worth it not to spray my plants with things to get those organic vegetables and have those benefits of not having pesticides near the plants. Pesticides, if any residue is left on the food that you eat, can be harmful and cause health issues. If you're going to go the organic route, some studies have shown a little bit more antioxidants in organic fruits and vegetables than non-organic. Next reason on the list is less food waste. So you decide how much you are going to plant, and by growing and cultivating and doing all the work to harvest your food, most of the time you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that food is used up, preserved, and then used up, because you took so much time and energy to grow those. And even if you do have an excess, because as a gardener, sometimes you have gotten your full and you're like, this plant just keeps on producing, but I can't handle any more of this one certain thing. So you can keep it growing and you can throw it out for animals, wild animals, if you live in that kind of area. Or you can compost them, so it'll be adding good things to your future composted soil for future plants. Going along with that, you are going to produce less trash. Not only are you going to be more inclined to take your kitchen scraps and go put them in your compost pile that you will make, but you're also not having all of the plastic that comes with buying fruits and vegetables from the store. So there's less pollution involved with the food that you are eating. Mass farming creates a lot of pollution in the actual growing process, and especially in the transportation to the stores. So by growing your own at home and not buying those from the store, it's less pollution. Along with that, there are a few other things that are like better for the environment for growing your own food as well. Let me see. There is protecting water quality, so you'll be helping reduce the amount of pesticides contaminating groundwater. Preventing soil erosion. Conventional farming methods can lead to significant soil erosion. Promoting biodiversity by helping to reduce the amount of monocropping. So monocropping is when one crop is planted in a field a lot of times year after year, and the negative effects of monocropping, I looked it up, they can lead to soil degradation, nutrient depletion, increased pest and disease problems, because those specific pests for that plant are coming there all the time because that's the only plant that's grown there, and reliance on synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. Another reason is less chance for food contamination. Every once in a while we hear about food being contaminated, recalls, or people getting sick from certain foods. And when you are growing your own foods, you control what touches it, how it's handled, and there is, like I said, less contamination. There is a possibility of saving money. Although gardening can be expensive, you can do it in a more budget-friendly way. There are definitely tons of videos and tons of tips on how to do gardening on a budget. Obviously, there are nice aesthetic gardens that do cost money up front. And it does cost money to buy seedlings or to buy seeds year after year, or to get fertilizer, to do all of these things. But there are things that you can set up in your own garden that will help you either not have to buy these things year after year, or buy less, like composting. You can create your own compost pile to be able to use that soil instead of buying that composted soil every single year. You can learn how to save your own seeds so you don't have to buy seeds year after year. And if you invest in some seed starting, things, then you can start your own seeds every single year instead of buying the starts at the store. Those are definitely more expensive. And finding ways to mulch your garden for things that are on your land or things that you can get for free, getting leaves for people for free, or wood chips from tree companies. There are so many different ways that you can have a more cost-effective garden, many, many more than I just named. Another benefit, if you choose to grow certain things, you can have and eat a more variety of fruits and vegetables. So like figs are not available in my stores. Purple potatoes are usually not available in my stores. Figs just go bad so quickly and they are so delicious. I'm so excited to plant some fig trees at my next property. The only place that I've been able to find them are at farmers markets so far. And I have personally grown a lot of different varieties of plants, corn, peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, different things like that that are not available for me to purchase in the stores in my area. Last but certainly not least, we have the reason of what I call garden joy. So this involves kind of what we talked about in the very beginning of this video of all of the mood boosting things of being outside and in nature and grounding. But I think it goes beyond that. Just the joy of growing your own plants, growing your own food, harvesting it, and enjoying it is amazing. And I don't really know how to describe it. So you just got to try it for yourself. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe I convinced you to do a little bit of gardening this year. Thank y'all again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.